Who says that survival food has to be disgusting? It can be delicious. I don't just want to barely survive. I want to thrive. I want to enjoy life every day that I'm surviving. We're making hardtack. I recommend the Whisper Mill. They don't call it the Whisper Mill anymore, they call it the Wonder Mill. There's a good reason they stopped calling it the Whisper Mill, because it's very loud. I'm using soft white wheat. I'm gonna grind it in here and make 4 cups. 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, roughly, and 3 or 4 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna take it over there and knead it. It should come out fairly dry. Okay, we'll see. If I need to add more flour, no problem. Well, you can see it's very wet. And what happened is that I had just freshly milled the flour, so it was very fluffy. And I thought I was putting 4 cups of flour in there, but I wasn't. It hadn't settled. So I'm gonna add more flour. Well, this is the texture you want. You want something that doesn't stick to your fingers and it springs back a little bit. I wound up adding another 1.5 cups. You want to spread it out to about a 1/2 inch thick. I know that sounds bad because this is not going to rise. I mean, why do you think it's called hardtack? It's very hard. When it's done, it's going to have the consistency of a brick. It's very nutritious and it keeps for a long time. If you keep it in the right conditions, you keep it dry and away from pests, then it'll keep for, years, really. There's actually delicious ways to eat this very hard stuff. It's very simple. You soak it in water until it softens, and then you fry it in butter or pork fat. The trick is to use a good flour that's going to be nutritious. Pressing it out into a rectangle just helps cut it up into the even number of pieces. And then you put a bunch of holes. Now make more holes. Now you separate them and you put them on an ungreased cookie sheet. You put them in a 375 oven, unless you have a convection oven, and then you want to put it on 350. Cook them 30 minutes, flip them over, and cook them another 30 minutes. When these things are done, they're going to look something like this. And they're going to be hard, and that's what you want. So just leave this out on the counter for a few days, let it dry completely, then put it in a bag or a bucket, seal it, and it should keep for at least a year. You're going to take some of your several-month-old or years-old hardtack and put it in some water. Can you see that? And let it soak. You can soak it in milk or water or broth. You can boil it in a soup. I'm going to show you a very tasty way to eat it. That's frying in butter, and I have a lid on it now so that it steams in the liquid that it was soaking in.
Okay.
Good survival food. Tasty, filling, nutritious, easy, and cheap. There's no reason not to have some of this stuff.